What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Aloha Friday, and happy Aloha Friday, everyone. We've made it to the end of the week. We are here. It is time to relax and chill, guys. I can't wait to start the show, guys, because we have an awesome guest in the studio. We have the online comic book guy joining us right here, guys. So I can't wait to dive into his story, into the space, and the whole thing. But before we even get started, guys, let me get my wife in the studio. Dee, how are you? Can you speak or no? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
I'm okay. Our son is here, and he's doing fine. We're just very excited for the show. Okay. Yeah. Happy Aloha Friday, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna be like intermittent because our babysitter we don't have a babysitter right now.
She's sick, guys.
Yeah.
She's sick.
So we're gonna be dealing with our awesome, excited producer here, who just likes to make a mess where I am. But
he's a Tasmanian devil.
He is, and who just likes snacks. I think of him as like the Pac-Man, that just like gobbles, just follows you and tries to gobble everything up. But yeah, it's gonna be a great show. We have an FA here on our show. I know he's shown his face before elsewhere, but first time for us. So I'm very excited to get to know a little bit more about him, and just talk story and kick off the weekend. We do have there's his page. You guys can go follow him after.
He also has a link tree, guys. Go follow him as well. He's got a Whatnot YouTube channel, his eBay, and looks like Pumpkin Mart. I'm not sure what that is. We'll talk with him about that after. It looks like you can get some credit as well. And then also go check out his YouTube channel here, guys. He's got a ton of content specifically on shorts, and they're really good. Go follow this guy right here. I'm going to go and throw his link in the chats right here, guys. And go give him a follow, give him some love, and give him some likes. And let's see where it goes right here. I can see the chat blowing up. We'll get to you guys in just a second, you guys. And also, I want to give a shout out to Sambazon right here for fueling our streams right here, guys. If you want something with high in antioxidants as well as vitamin C, and it also, as I always like to say, puts a pep in your step, try something like this from Sambazon right here. You can also go and follow them on their socials right here on X. Dee, what flavor are you drinking today?
I am drinking the original acai berry right here, nice and refreshing. So out of the three flavors that we have, this is my third favorite. But I do really enjoy it, especially when it's nice and crispy, cool, and check it out. Watch. Listen. That sound, right? That sound is just so crisp. Yes,
doesn't that make you want to drink one?
Sambazon.com. Go check it out. Not only do they have energy drinks, they also have like acai bowls, and you can make get some products for your acai bowls and smoothies, and it's very good for you. It's high in antioxidants, straight from the Amazon.
Straight from the Amazon, guys. Oh, there you go. See, so we're told. Also, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, FANABLE, right here. And guys, we'll be right back.
In a world where everyone collects, the real question is, do you FANABLE? Vaulted in a Brink secure facility, your comics has 24/7 protection with no risk. And with FANABLE's sidekick, hero, and legendary kiosk, you have a choice of what to go for, which leaves only one question to ask yourself.
So do you FANABLE?
So start your FANABLE journey today at FANABLE.io.
That's right, guys. And I kind of want to take a minute just to kind of explain something. So I've been in FANABLE for, I want to say, since September. I've sent books to them. I bought books from them. I haven't done redemptions. I'm sorry. I have not done redemptions from them. I've done their kiosks. I've bought things in the market, sold things to them. I have not had a bad experience so far with them. This is just me personally. I know they're our sponsor, but I just really wanted to kind of shout them out with that so far, I'm still continuing to participate in this project because they have been so transparent. And also, I have not had an issue with my stuff. If I want to pull my stuff out, I can pull my stuff out. If I want to send something to them, they don't hold it up, by the way. I've been hearing stories from other competitors where they don't hold your thing, or they don't bring back your thing sometimes. Sometimes they hold it for a while. So shout out to these guys for giving me a seamless experience. And if you guys want to, give it a chance. Give it a try. No pressure. So, and we'll leave it at that right there. Now, before we get our guest in, he's been patiently waiting in there. There is one more thing. We are going to be debuting Neon Saber, which will be at the end of the stream right here, guys. And if you guys don't know what Neon Saber is, it's actually the sequel to Metal Wars. Now, what is Metal Wars? Metal Wars is a rock'em sock'em robot type of show that I created with Grok. I wanted to see if Grok could vibe code 6 months ago. Everyone was like saying Grok sucks, Grok can't vibe code. I'm going to make something with Grok. So Grok and me made this thing, and it's a little risque, if you can kind of see. So we're not going to play this video on stream, but needless to say, I created a sequel from this where the events in the movie you're going to see tonight happen around this TV show. Like all these events are kind of happening around when this TV show is going on. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic on how I'm doing this. And I'm really excited with this one because this is kind of an offshoot between like Pacific Rim and Rock'em Sock'em robots. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's 7 minutes long. It took me a week to make this one. Usually it only takes me 48 hours to make these things. It took me a week because I took my time. I'm still not happy with it, but this is what I'm putting out. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys want, this is actually the first episode of Metal Wars is right here on our YouTube. I'll put it in the chat if you guys want to watch it or not, because it'll give you some context on what Neon Saber is about. And lastly, before we start, guys, I will play a trailer, and then we're going to get our guest into the studio. And the trailer is for Neon Saber. If I can find it. Here it is.
Let's give it up for the unstoppable Neon Saber, tonight's Metal Wars champion.
All right. I hope you guys are ready for that. Awesome. That's what we're going to be watching at the end of the program today. Also, before I forget, we do have 2 giveaways today, guys. We have one from FANABLE. Shout out to FANABLE for supplying the giveaway. If you want a chance to enter to win a Pokeos pack, I will let you know what the hashtag will be. But we also have 2 giveaways because we have one from VV Official as well. Shout out to VV for also helping co-sponsor the stream. And let's go, guys. The hashtag will be out just shortly. Anything else before we get our guests in the studio, D?
No, that was a lot of production involved in the first 10 minutes. But yeah, let's get him in and start, talking story with him.
All right, guys. We will be right back. There's the button.
Activate the machine. Full power.
Ladies and gentlemen, the online comic book guy. What is up, man?
Hello.
Let's go.
Aloha.
Oh, there you go. Aloha. We give you a puka shell, digital one, but we don't have one available, unfortunately. But how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I really appreciate you for taking the time and also for a first appearance on the podcast. Before we start, because maybe some people don't really know who you are, maybe give a little quick skinny on who you are and how long you've been in the space.
Hey, so my name's Trey officially, but I'll go by OnlineComicBookGuy on Twitter. I've been on Vivi since 2021. I had a couple months where I spent collecting, and then I had to sell just due to some financial troubles that I had back then. Younger, so it's just kind of my own fault. Either way, got back into it around August of last year. I kind of dabbled in April and May a little bit of last year, but just didn't have the funds. And then towards the end of the year, I started getting more money to buy stuff. So
yeah,
either way.
Nice. So you've been in Vivi for a very long time. What kind of gravitated you to Vivi? Now, a lot of people either they gravitated to Vivi because of the OMI token, or maybe they just found Vivi. Like, let me give a good example, and I'll frame the question better. Is when I found Vivi, I was looking for another way to invest, not in the OMI token, but in NFTs. And so I went to my chiropractor to like get me the skinny on NFTs because I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about a MetaMask and I need gas for ETH and all this stuff. And I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work, man. You know what I mean? I came from TradFi, right? And I came from the equities market where it's like, I just got an exchange and I got a Bloomberg terminal and I'll still read the chart.
Yeah.
But so this was different. So when I started looking, my first NFT was an AMC popcorn bucket. It was one of those golden from AMC Connect.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand what that was. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I tried to buy like these NFTs that my chiropractor told me to get. And I'm like, this is a pain in the ass. Like, and I didn't even do it right. I bought ETH, but I guess I needed wrapped ETH. And so I got so confused and frustrated. I said, okay, forget this. I went online. I said, easy NFTs or something like that. And sure enough, Vivi pops up. And it was an article about the Marvel comics. And I'm like, okay. And so I found Vivi, I found the app. I'm like, this is cool. This is like I see Batman, right? You know what I mean? Like my favorite, that's my guy, right? So that's kind of how I found it. How did you find them?
So I ended up finding it. I forget his name. He was a sneaker YouTuber at first, and then he got into like Pokemon and crypto. Either way, he ended up being kind of one of the people that ended up pumping up the stuff a lot in price and then just dumping it. But in the process of that, I found the app because he kept posting about it, and I was like, this is cool as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, back to your whole point, Marvel Comics, Batman, like having these digital statues, having a digital comic book that I can just pull out of my phone, just read anytime. That's kind of what sold it to me.
Yeah. So was it mainly because you're a comic book collector, right? I mean, hence the name. And just a little backstory with me. I started really getting heavy into collecting comic books in the 90s when Image first came out. I mean, Youngblood, Savage Dragon, Wildcats. I grew up with all of that, and everything that was going around that too, with like Superman as well as Marvel. I don't know, Marvel wasn't really that great back then. Like I was more into, well, for me anyway. Although I did like Darkhawk. But yeah, so like that's kind of where I'm at. So when I saw that and it's being sold to you as a value proposition, right? I'm like, this is cool right here. Like I understood right away, okay, digital comic books, that's pretty cool. It took me a while to buy into it, but when I saw the prices and everything going up, I'm like, okay, this is where the trend's at right now. I need to understand the trend. And so when I first bought an NFT from Vivi, it was the Voltron drop. Or that's the first day I decided to like put money into the app and try to buy things. And it didn't go well because I missed the drop, because back then, if you didn't show up on time and you didn't start going crazy with your button, you wouldn't have gotten anything, right? Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have got nothing. So I learned all that. And I think my very first comic I purchased was Astonishing X-Men 1, the Joss Whedon book in there.
Okay.
And so it was cool.
Yeah.
And I dug it. And, here I am. I came in for the value proposition. That didn't go so well, but what was cool about this is it got me back into collecting, got my family into collecting, got my daughter into now anime and writing. This wouldn't have happened if we didn't get into Vivi, by the way. And now we're doing a podcast. So it's a very interesting journey we've been through. But my whole question is, Is that how you found this space? Was there anything else that kind of got you into this space, specifically Web3? Was it mainly Vivi?
So originally, I had gotten into another NFT project called Ape Reunion, which is kind of like a pixelized version of Bored Apes in a sense, but they're different. But it was pixel art. I actually quite enjoy them. I was thinking about buying some more again in the future, but they have like a game into it. But they reminded me they were a good team, but in the same sense, the value never panned out. So I ended up just kind of leaving that. But VV always stuck with me back, even outside of this things being cheap or not, being as good as I think long term with how historic these pieces are, whether it's the comic books or it's the first appearances of a major character in the form. All these things are huge deals, and whether people care about it or not right now is more or less irrelevant. It's how long can you hold out till people care? You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
Market sentiment changes fast, and I think that's what's kept me here. Is that I like to collect, but I also know that over time, more and more people will see that this is something that should have been noticed for a long time.
Yeah, I have these conversations. I've had this conversation actually with an individual. I think you know him. His name is Chris. He's in the chat. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. I met him in Maui, and I remember we had these conversations about these assets and what they mean, specifically the milestone of what these characters are and how they've shaped society, right? Like we all grew up with these characters, and to kind of see them digitized now and understand what that is cool. And with Collect Chain now and them migrating over to base, actually, I'm assuming it's done already. That really legitimizes what Vivi's doing here. And so I agree with you 100% now. And by the way, let me play this because we're not a financial channel. So we're just a bunch of people talking up here and we know nothing. Having said that, I totally agree that maybe collect some of these things. Some of these things are cheap, right? Like the turtles. You can get a turtle really cheap. First appearance of a turtle on the blockchain. And I can say that now with these now because it's and I think it's cool. I think it's a very cool thing that Vivi's done, not to mention all this reverse merger thing going on with them. I think it's super smart the way they did it. They don't have to IPO. They're there already. And let alone they're reverse merging into a company that's on the NASDAQ. Hopefully it stays there. That's awesome too. So exciting times for Vivi, and they're doing some very intricate things to stay relevant. And so I'm for it, man. I think it's really awesome. D, I've been yapping around like crazy. Jump in.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are great because I have the little guy here. But speaking on being able to get some pieces that used to be super like up there, and then they came down immensely. Like I think I made some stupid plays and I didn't go for them because I was like, oh yeah, it'll probably go lower, and of course it didn't. And I missed my chance.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, don't worry. I'll come grab him after. Usually he's quiet with me, but yeah, no, I know what she means. Like I've let go some pieces mainly because at the time it was prices were high and I wanted to take the profit, which I did. But like I had Fantastic Four #5 FA Doom, and I really want it back. The secret rare specifically.
Oh yeah,
I had it, man. I'm like, man, I had that one. I had a couple other ones, but the one that I like, and that's the question I have for you. Like, for you being a comic book guy, and we'll get into like what's your flavor. What is the one grail for you on the app? I'm assuming it's a comic, but I could be wrong. But what is the one thing that you wanted so bad? And I'll let you know what mine is. It was Fantastic Four #1, secret rare. Shout out to Charlie Fisher. I did a trade with him. And it was cool that I attained this one because for me, that's like the first family. A lot of our heroes came from that run. Fantastic Four, a shit ton of them. Excuse my language. And so like that book to me is very pivotal and one of the big grails to me in Vivi. So I have it. Yeah. That's one that I don't even look at. I don't ever think about selling it. That's mine. What's yours?
I guess, and the one that I own personally would be the. I like the first appearance of Spider-Woman. I have that in a secret rare, which I'm a big fan of. It's
nice.
got a low mint count just because it didn't sell super well on the market, and they burned the rest of them. So
Yeah.
And then outside of that, the ones that I don't have, I remember going for Marvel Comics #1 just to get any edition. Struck out.
I wasn't there for them. You're lucky.
I struck out big time. I never even got to my buddy. Who I got on the app. He hit one, and I was happy for him. He ended up selling it. And I ended up buying one. Later on, I just have the common right now. But I guess from edition standpoint, it would either be back to what you said, the Fantastic Four #1. I also like, I think is it 48? That's the first appearance of Galactus. Fantastic Four 48.
Either it's 47 or 48.
One of those.
It's in that realm between 46 and 48, right?
Yeah,
we're sleeping.
That secret rare, that would be a more obtainable grail in my opinion. But even still, it's one that I value highly.
Okay. I like that though. That's cool. You know what I mean? You didn't come out and say, "Oh yeah, Marvel Comics 1" or Amazing Fantasy 15, right? So super cool. Before we get any further, D, I'm gonna come and grab him after, so you can start asking some questions. He's really quiet with me. Are you a Marvel? Go ahead.
He's okay right now because he's doing something.
Busy.
Yeah. But Slider did confirm it's 48. What you guys are.
Thank you, Slider.
Yeah, and he's another comic guy.
Big time.
Yeah.
Love Slider on Twitter.
Well, D, since you can talk now, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I want to acquire. I haven't even looked at how much it was because I just kind of put it to the wayside. But mainly for the art is what do you call it? Silver Surfer. Is it Silver Surfer? Yeah, Silver Surfer. I have all of the rarities except the secret rare. I think it's Silver Surfer Black. Yeah. So I have all of them except the secret rare. So the secret rare is the one that I'm hoping for. So I got to go back and see how much that's going for and then hopefully pick it up because I really like that one.
I remember that book. I think I got the.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I couldn't hear.
No, you're good. The Silver Surfer Black, I think I remember. I'm trying to pull it up on VV on my computer, but I think I remember that drop.
Yeah, the Ultra Grail is one of the most beautiful covers on the app. I can pull it up after, but yeah, that one. And even so I think if I did get it, it would be one of the few or one of two of the only secret rare covers that I have. The other one that I have of is I believe it's Thor, the one with Jane on the cover, the secret rare, where she's holding is it the sword up? Yeah. So that's the only secret rare cover that I have. For me, I like the comic books and stuff, and I've read some, but I think I mainly go for the artwork especially if they're really beautiful. And ever since finding Vivi, I've learned about different artists. I'm really into the artwork of Peach Momoko, Nicoletta Balderi. She's also fantastic with her bright colors. Now I can spot a Scotty Young cover anywhere. And I'm oh yeah, I feel smart. That's a Scotty Young cover right there. But yeah, those things kind of got me noticing more on the artwork and just kind of appreciating what the artist can do. And even sometimes when the art is really nice, that kind of makes you want to get the book, and then hopefully it'll entice you more to even open the book to find out what it's all about, right? Because before I didn't really read as much comics as I probably should. Behind Hinano in his office, he has a bunch of short boxes of comic books, 21 plus boxes, 25. Yeah,
25.
Yeah, I can read your lips.
we're crazy in Hawaii.
Yeah. And I mean, we used to when our daughter was younger, we used to make it a family thing. On Sunday it would be sushi and comics. So we would go to the comic shop, the one it's no longer there where it was. They kind of like had to move location. But it used to be, yeah, go to the comic shop, get some books, and then she would pick up like Pokemon cards. And then after that, we would go eat sushi and then talk about, what we're looking forward to with the books that we kind of picked. And then when we got home, then we would sit and like read the books and then talk about it after, which was really cool.
She's old now. That don't happen no more.
She's old. Now she's like, she still reads, but she reads like anime. Now. Yeah, she reads manga books and stuff, and she's gotten more into her artwork. And she's pretty good.
Yeah. And 25 deep. This is just here. This is not the garage. The garage has more.
There's more, and they're not just short boxes, but
no. And I don't know if you have this same problem, man. But like the big excuse I always have is comic books. Like they don't take a lot of room, right? And then one short box is like 150 books in there. It's like, but check it out. I got 150 books. You can't do that with a collectible, can you? And then you end up with 50 boxes in your house. Oh man,
that is the problem. Yeah, with physical media of any sort, whether it's like shirts or comic books or anything, it takes up space. That's why I love digital. That's why I like the digital stuff so much. It's just.
So 100%. Do you not collect at all?
I do. I've just refined, I guess, the collecting. I used to buy just kind of whatever, just because I was so new to comic books and the collecting. I kind of just wanted to get anything and whatever I found for a good price. Since then, I've definitely slowed down. And I've changed my thought process behind it. Especially since VV just has a lot of stuff that I would probably never like back to what we were talking about, like the Fantastic Four #1 or Marvel Comics #1. It's stuff that I'll never be able to own physically, probably ever. And if I do, that's cool. Awesome, but chances are probably not. And I can on my phone. That's cool. I think I've realized that this stuff on the digital version right now is the way to be, because that's, I think, the future.
And it's a new medium. Like it really is a new medium. And I go back to a conversation I had with Sleepin'. I believe it was on this podcast where he said, one of the big things that people always forget is Marvel gave VV the rights to release their library. They don't do that to anybody, right? Like specifically the comic books, right? Mm-hmm. And they have been steady partners with them for 3 years throughout all the FUD that has been said in CT. Marvel's still there. And so that to me is very, that speaks a lot. That speaks volumes to me. And so that's why, for me, I don't worry. But now with this whole collect chain and being on base, this really legitimizes these as specific assets. So if you really think about it, if you're a believer in the tech and believer in digital collecting, you're getting the first print of this in digital form. And so as a collector now, not an investor, because it's not an investments channel, that is a really big thing for me. I don't know about you.
No, 100. I agree 100%. Because money aside, investment aside, it's just the ability. It's like back to what you said. It's a new medium, the ability to experience something that's never really been done before, and it's really cool that Marvel has been so tight with VV through the whole time, because they've been releasing comic books just straight. They've never really stopped. Maybe a little bit, but I don't.
And a lot of them now that they're releasing is pretty cool, because like I grew up with like they just released Doom 2099, right? And like I grew up when that got released, the whole 2099 release. You had Spider-Man. Right. What's that?
I said that's right.
Yeah, and I think what is it? Is it Ravage 2099 or? Anyways, they had like all those 2099 runs and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see these books that I remember picking up as a kid, kind of dropping the app. And what I love about this too is we can read books that normally you can't read, like, Marvel Comics #1. Mm-hmm. We were doing this the other day, maybe not on the VV platform, but we were doing it on Candy, where we were reading a Wonder Woman book. And it's really interesting to kind of read literature back then, because it's written way different than the modern times now. Some of it is a little bit like, wow, they actually put that on print. You know what I mean? It's like, man, this is like some risque stuff that we're reading. I don't know if you remember the Wonder Woman book, D, but Yeah.
Oh, you mean the one that I read with Oz?
Yeah, the one you read.
Yeah, where they're
Why don't you
I
explain
was
that?
like, no, it was basically just the way that they did the art too, with all like the dots. I don't know what kind of artistry that's called, but yeah, it was pretty much like they made her kind of like a damsel in distress, like she needed saving kind of thing. And was it one part where was he getting like violent with her, something like that, like it
Yeah,
was
it was like
like
very
violent,
demeaning
like,
to women.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, anyway, so that kind of, and it was like a long book too, just because there was so much dialogue in all the pages. So I was like, I forgot how many pages it was, but like halfway through I'm like, okay, this is usually where like a normal book would be like over, but I'm like, oh, there's like more pages, there's more. But it was a good read. It was really interesting, and I picked that one because Wonder Woman is my favorite character, and I really love the DC a little bit more than Marvel. Um, and yeah, so I read that with Oz. I don't know if you're familiar with Osman Collects. He has a YouTube show as well on Fridays where he has a comic book, and he invites people from the community to come in and also like take turns reading.
It's a
Change your
lot of fun.
voice. Yeah,
It's a lot
just
of
like
fun. You
have
get to pretend to be who you want.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes full on with sound effects from his mouth and everything, man. So yeah. If you ever want to geek out on a Friday morning, he's the guy to go geek out with. And he's
Sweet.
like us. He makes you feel very comfortable when you're up here.
Sweet. Very cool.
Yeah. And there's a few people in the chats that have also been on there with him, like Slider and Lexi. I believe Reckless, he's been on there. Yes, he's so much fun. You just kind of get carried away, and even like you're reading like a 20-page book, it goes by so quickly, and you're like, what? Like, I want more. And then depending on the book, Vivi doesn't always have the next one, so you're like, oh my god, it's like
cliffhanger. Yeah.
Cliffhanger. You're like, what happens next? But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And it's cool because like you can pretend to be I was reading a DC book. I'm a DC fan, and so I tried to do my best impression of Bruce Wayne, and I thought I was really bad at it because I wanted to do the what's his name one of the which one I was trying to do he's not with us anymore. He lost his voice. Val Kilmer. I tried to do the Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Like with the nipples. Yeah, it didn't work out. So anyway, I digress. That's why I wasn't invited back, I think. But it's fun. You'd like it if you ever wanted to try something like that. And I think he's the only one that does it in the space. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, go check him out. We can connect you with him, and if you ever want to, just hop on just to see it, and then if you want to get involved with the reading, then you can let him know. You can choose whatever book you may have always wanted to read on the Vivi app, and I think he's also doing Neon Ichiban and maybe Candy. I haven't been on Candy for a while, so I'm not sure if their reader is still.
No, it's not reading properly. So yeah. Hopefully we get some answers on that. So
yeah. Hinano got banned over too much nipples. Confirmed. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
You were there? No. Damn, man, the Majin bot is everywhere. You can't hide from this guy. He's like ChatGPT. Anyways.
So I know so we got the announcement of the Predator coming soon. So I was telling also the same guy, Oz, I'm like, okay, now that we have Predator, they need to come up with what I've been asking for, which is the Terminator, right? I'm like, come on, right? I mean, that'd be really cool. But that Predator looks so good.
The details.
Yeah.
Those are very nice. All across, every edition looks solid.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the way that they're doing the rewards now for this one. But if you kind of look at the last couple drops, like the Chun-Li, she looks great. The turtles look great, although static. They look great. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the quality of Vivi and these collectibles just getting better every
Mhm.
single year. So, and then you go look at some of the old ones too, like the Miles. That one still resonates. The DeLorean still
Hmm.
resonates.
Yeah.
That's the first
Yeah.
NFT I ever bought from Vivi was a DeLorean before a comic book.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, but it's just interesting to see what's going on here because, like, I'm a big fan of digital play. And as much as Vivi is a collector's app, there's a lot that you can do in Vivi. You know, you can play with your toys, you can put it outside. It's always a cool party favorite when I'm at a party here in Hawaii and I throw like a freaking giant thing out out in like a driveway. Like, what the hell is that? Like, yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
You know, but like the whole concept of digital play, I think it's still kind of like baking for a lot of people who are old versus like, you know, kids, they get it and all that stuff. But I love what we can do with this stuff. I love that they have like a Sim City type of environment here for people to play in. And what's so cool about the VV community and a few others is they're established here to where if you come and just buy something, this isn't just a product in a marketplace. It's an experience when you come into this project because it comes with a community, and this community is 24/7 every day, if not on X and YouTube, but also in Discord. And try go anywhere else like that, let alone where you can actually feel welcome, come on a show like this and you know, talk about things that you normally can't talk about in the real life. That's what our friend always says. Like, you know, he came and found this space because a lot of people can't talk about this. We don't talk about this with our friends because they look at us like we're crazy people, right? So
Yeah, like a
Mhm.
bunch of nerds.
yeah. So it's interesting. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Dee.
Or still playing with your toys, you know? It's like, no. Not doing any of that.
It's-
Yeah, I got toys everywhere around this house now. It's pretty bad. But like, you know, we were talking earlier, guys. Like I was, I'm like the gramp, right? I'm not even an unk. I think I remember talking to Will Weinrob about this. He says he's an unk. I'm like, well, if you're an unk, I'm a gramp. So and like, you know, I don't resonate much with the younger folk, but I'm trying my best. But I want to kind of take back the time a little bit here, and I want to rewind to kind of like you as a kid. Kind of give us your first collecting journeys. Like, what did you start collecting first? What resonated with you the most, comic book wise? Are you a Marvel DC guy? Who's your favorite character? Give us the spiel.
So collecting first started with me. It wasn't really comic books first. It was vintage clothing is what I found a love for. And then my mom's was it mom's cousin? She had a comic book collection when she was about 17, 18 back in the 90s.
Oh.
And I ended up getting it because my mom didn't want it. Um, Long story short, that's kind of how I got into comic book collecting. Is that I just had a bunch of them handed to me. I just kind of started reading them. I made some content, just like flipping through the pages and stuff like that. Um, but as far as Marvel or DC goes, I'd say I lean more towards Marvel. Though I do love DC. DC has plenty of good about it. I think Marvel's just a little cooler, but I see both sides. Um, Outside of that, I really, yeah, collecting for me has always been something that kind of just resonated with me in all forms, whether it's art, whether it's clothing, whether it's comic books, and now digital stuff too. As I think the future will, the world will continue to evolve into more of a digital landscape. I think that's the new frontier. So I've been trying to pivot more from less physical stuff, whether it's comic books or clothing, but and more into the digital landscape because I really do think that that is the future.
True. And I know like I've been seeing some of the things that you've also been doing on the timeline. Um, I know they're not digital, they're physical, your art, which is really cool. So one that I really caught my eye was the Ninja Turtles. And I was like, is that a little adipose from Doctor Who?
Yeah, it
The
is.
little fat just walks away. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool because we love Doctor Who. And
Nice.
then you had one too with the Centauran.
Mhm.
So I thought that was super cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so like have you always been like just kind of like, doodling or doing artwork like sketch art like this, or you just kind of started getting into it because of the comic world and BB?
So
That is
I
an adipose. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Look at that
it's
cute
an
little
adipose.
fat guy.
so I really started getting into the drawing. I remember drawing a little bit as a kid, just like miscellaneous stuff. But a lot of this started just because I started making upcycled T-shirts from designs that I made on my iPad, and then I got a stencil made out for me, and then I would just hand screen print on the T-shirts. And I was like, well, I kind of got tired of that medium, I guess. So I decided to I was like, oh, I like comic books, and I know that they make these blank covers, and they're relatively cheap. Like I think each cover was like $4 or $5 typically. So I was like, why not take a spin at it? I use I actually another fun fact about the covers is I use Chat GPT
Mhm.
to give me a reference. So like I don't know how to. They're all I guess curated by AI in a sense to help make the design. I do hand draw them obviously, but it helps having an image.
No, these are so cool. And so these you sold some, right? For like on eBay? Was it eBay or you have
I
your own
sold
shop somewhere?
Yeah, I sold one of them. I have some other ones for sale. I sold one of them. It was the Speed Racer one that was referenced, I think, earlier, or we talked about earlier. I sold
Yeah.
that one for $50 on eBay, which was nice. I haven't sold any since, but not a huge deal. I honestly kind of have stopped listing them just because I enjoy making them more than
Yeah.
I care about the money. But it's just really something that's fun. It helps kind of pass the time, especially since I lost my job a couple months ago. So I've been kind of looking for new creative ways to fill just the extra, time on my hands.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in the UGC economy, so I think if now's the right time for all of us to kind of like get in here. So stuff like what you're doing right now, I think is so beneficial to the time that we're living in right now. So shout out to you. Now I got a segue here because I see Doctor Who. Who is your doctor, my friend?
Oh, my favorite doctor?
Yes, that's a hard one, isn't it?
That is a hell of a question.
It is. It's loaded too.
What's his name? Oh my goodness!
Or the
blanking
top
on him.
3.
You see, now that's cheating. The top 3.
Okay,
Whoever
okay,
knows
okay.
the
Your
top
favorite.
3
Your
is.
I'll
Your
do
favorite.
top 3, but I'll still do a favorite too.
Okay.
So third doctor would be the older guy. I forget his name. I think it's Capaldi is his last name.
Capaldi.
Same here, brother. I love Capaldi. Yeah.
Capaldi would probably be third. He's
yeah.
very quirky and fun. I think
So grouchy.
Yeah.
Grouchy old man.
Yeah.
Matt Smith, I believe, and then I think he may be my favorite. Truthfully,
Matt Smith.
Okay.
Yes,
Makes sense. Yeah.
but there's one second.
There's
sorry.
Eccleston. There's Tennant. There's who's the girl? Whitaker. And then
I
with
do
the guy
like
that.
Tennant. I said I do like Tennant. I'd say Tennant's probably second. And then,
Yes.
back to he's first. Oh my goodness, my brain is just fried.
Like you're talking about the New York, so Smith.
Yeah.
Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, Capaldi. And what's
Tennant is everyone's favorite slider. Everybody loves Tennant.
Yes, Tennant for the win.
Tennant is good.
That's D's doctor. So like usually you resonate with whichever doctor you kind of like got introduced. I actually started watching Doctor Who when it was Sylvester McCoy back in the 80s. So and then I found out, wow, there's way cooler doctors than him, right? And so then I remember the guy that was in between Eccleston and he was also the war doctor. We found out he was part of the war doctor, right? But my favorite doctor is Capaldi, Tennant, and Eccleston. Eccleston is still my favorite doctor.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that actor.
Yeah, 100%. No, I think all the doctors honestly have some merit and some weight to them. Even some that people don't necessarily like. I think they have their good qualities.
I wasn't a fan of the last one. And it's not because of his choices. It's just the writing was just horrible.
Yeah, the writing. That's completely fair. There's a lot of the. I
like the actor. I think he's a great actor. If they were going that route with the culture, I just think the writing was bad.
Yeah, I agree. I think the actor. I think the actor honestly made the writing better than it
He
really
did.
was,
It probably was, yeah.
which is
And going
crazy to
that route,
say.
they picked the right actor for that route. It's just
Yeah.
the acting was not the acting, the writing. Some of the writing was just like, what is this? You know, and this is Russell T Davies. What happened? So
Yeah, hopefully we'll get back on track.
Yeah. But like number one, who is number one?
Number one, yeah, it has to be Matt. Yeah, Matt Smith.
Okay.
I really did like Matt Smith. He's
bow ties are cool, man. I get it.
Dude,
That's our daughter's favorite one too.
I do remember when I was in DECA in high school, and I had a little DECA bow tie, so maybe that's why I like Matt Smith. It's literally just the bow tie.
I dressed up as Matt Smith, and out of all the doctors, I had him accurate. Like I was an accurate version of Matt Smith, and this is when my skinny era, right? Where I was a little bit skinnier than I am now. But yeah, I even had the wig, I had the bow tie, I found an exact replica, well, not exact, but a tweed jacket at a Salvation Army. I'm like, this is perfect.
That's awesome.
I'll try to share it on. I've shared it once on TL, but yeah, I had the prop. The right screwdriver, you know, not the crappy one that Capaldi had, but the one with the claw, right? I had that screwdriver, and I photoshopped a TARDIS behind it. So
that's awesome. Hell yeah!
But we're big fans, and so and just to kind of give you some context on D and I. So when I first started dating D in 2006, I don't know if you remember how old you were in 06, but there was you were 5. Okay, Maybe you were watching TV when you were 5, and it was Sci-Fi or Friday on the Sci-Fi channel, right? And they had Stargate, and they had Battlestar Galactica, and then the last thing that they had that they brought over from the pond was Doctor Who. And so my wife, I got her into Battlestar because that was my favorite sci-fi show. But you know, Doctor Who was right after, so because of that, she became a Whovian because of those Friday nights. And I never went out on Friday. I told her, hey, you know, I'm pretty lame, so if you want to dump me, go ahead. We're not going to go out on a Friday night. She's still with me. She married me and everything, right? I think it was those Friday nights because we never went out unless the season was over. And we just stayed in. And she used to make dinner, and all we did was watch science fiction for like 4 hours straight every Friday. And we became so close because after we were done, we were drinking wine and stuff, and we talked to like the wee hours of the morning. So like Stargate, Battlestar, and Doctor Who. The 3 things that were synonymous in our home for like the 3 years that we started living with each other. So
that's awesome.
We are big fans of all 3 of those.
Heck yeah, that's a good trio. Sci-fi in general is very entertaining. Such a good like genre of just in general. I love that stuff.
Everyone's trying to find an escape, right? Whether it's an escape from your problems or an escape from, you know, life or maybe just a bad day. Science fiction just does that for anybody, right? You just or fantasy, you just disappear into a different world, and then you can come back, and hopefully you're for the better, right? So,
100%.
Tenet, the best doc, man. He's literally like the what do they call that? He's the network darling. Everybody loves Tenet. They brought him back, right? And I was happy with him dead, but they had to bring him back, right? And he's still running around the universe too, by the way. You know, they're still not explaining that MacGuffin. You know, 2 doctors, but yet only one shows up now. Doesn't make sense.
I did enjoy
the other doctor that's in the other dimension, by the way. So,
I did enjoy him in Jessica Jones. He was was it Jessica? Yeah, Jessica Jones, right? Is that?
Oh yeah, it's the Purple Man.
The Purple Man. I don't know if you watched that, but
I haven't.
Good
oh
show.
My gosh, dude, he was the villain. He was the Purple Man. You know the Marvel villain.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so spooky as the Purple Man.
I'll check this out.
Yeah, man, you're gonna look at him. You're like, damn, he played that role so good. I mean, it was almost what's the word? Frighteningly good. Like, man, you're a homicide. You're a homicide crazy person. I can tell. But yeah, if you watch Jessica Jones, the first season, he does some crazy stuff because he's the Purple Man, right? So
I'm gonna put that on my watch list.
Yeah, and then he was like a totally different person in what's the vampire one? Colin Farrell. Is it Colin Farrell? The Freaky Night or?
Oh yeah, he was he played he was in Fright Night.
Fright Night or something like that.
He played the oh, I forget the character's name, but he's the actor who turned to be like a vampire slayer on TV.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I remember his line was Ginger.
Yeah. Well, no, because he would see he was an alcoholic, but he would overdose on Midori syrup. He would drink just Midori syrup. You know? I mean, that's like the teenager drink, right? Because there's like a little bit of alcohol in the Midori syrup. So yeah, he was just drinking Midori syrup throughout the whole thing. I'm gonna give him back to you, D, because he fell asleep.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, so it's called Fright. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that, but yeah, Jessica Jones. That was a really good show. I want to say they had maybe two seasons. But yeah, the first season, David Tennant was really good in that. And another thing I didn't know, fun fact, my daughter used to watch this cartoon, Tree Tom Tree or something. But this cartoon guy was voiced by David Tennant. This tree cartoon. I gotta go find what it is. But I was like, why does that guy sound so familiar?
Yeah, the voice.
Yeah, and so I went and looked up like who are the voice actors, and I'm like, oh no shit, it's David Tennant. I'm like, gosh, it's like he's everywhere.
Yeah, I love when that happens. Yeah, just randomly like voice.
You talking about Uncle Scrooge?
Well, that too. He's also Uncle Scrooge, but
in DuckTales.
Really? Yeah, the show
the new DuckTales.
Miss Punchline used to watch with the tree elves, like tree. I gotta go look for it, but if anyone knows what I'm talking about, I'm not losing my mind. But yeah, it was him. And then yeah, when we were watching DuckTales, I'm like, I know this voice, and sure enough, like
Doctor Who is Uncle Scrooge, and he does a good job at playing Uncle Scrooge. So, and I'm a big fan of the new DuckTales as well. Yes, guys, I'm in my 40s and I watch cartoons. You should try it.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it at all. No.
Escape.
What's that, D?
It's another medium to escape, and just like like how you were bringing up before, like fantasy, to just get away from the real life stuff.
He knows. Cartoons warms the soul, guys. If you got, I mean, come on. Have you watched an anime? Cartoons are awesome. But speaking of media, I want to talk about your media. Kind of give us a skinny on your YouTube channel. When you started and what's it all about?
So the YouTube channel is kind of just a continuation of my TikTok page that I have, truthfully.
Okay.
I really don't post too much on the YouTube, except I guess they're kind of just reposts of what I post on TikTok. And sadly, I've honestly been neglecting it. I need to kind of get back on I have plenty of content to post. But I started it probably back October of last year, I think. Just to try and increase my presence across the different social media pages. I've been doing social media for a long time, I've had a couple different pages, but it's all mostly clothing related.
Okay. You said you were into like vintage clothing and stuff like that. So I see some of this stuff here. Are you like one of those guys where you go on the weekend to like say swap meet or garage sales and you try to look for deals, kind of like the Gary V route and do all those types of things? Are you part of Mug Life?
That's funny. So I back in about 2016, I was 15, and I don't know if you've ever heard of Round 2. It was a big secondhand kind of shop that was in LA, Virginia. They posted on YouTube back in the day, and I saw that they were going into thrift stores, going to swap meets, doing stuff like that, just finding vintage clothes, and then just selling them. And I was like, oh, I could do that. That looks, and also learn the history too, because I'm younger, so I didn't get to live through any of this stuff, but getting to learn it secondhand by picking up a vintage piece and understanding, where it was worn, when it was released, the tag and like the era and stuff like that. It was fascinating to me. I've always been a fan of the previous eras. I think the new stuff can be cool. There is new things that I enjoy, but a lot of the old stuff I enjoy a lot more.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm really missing the 80s, my life right, all those cool things, speak and spell, or just in general, right? Like, I I grew up in that time that you're kind of looking at in terms of like some of the clothes or some of the comics and stuff. And so like from a child of the 80s or say a Gen Xer, yeah, I'm a gramp, guys. It was really cool growing up in that era because, you know, like I said, I remember walking into my supermarket and I saw Doom 2099 on the newsstands, right? I saw Spider-Man 2099, Ravage, I think it's Ravager 2099. That whole run. I remember when, you know, you could see like Todd McFarlane art on you know, the Marvel art, right? That's when Superman had long hair, right? That was in that era, right? So that's the era I grew up in, all the way until we got Image Comics. And so growing up in that era is really cool because like no one really knows what that's like. No one knows what it's like to like not have a phone really handy right here by you, right? Internet was nowhere to be found. We had corded phones. We were Stranger Things, guys. We had to ride our bikes to our friends' homes. That was a real thing, by the way. That wasn't just part of Stranger Things. That's how we got around. Walkie-talkies. I had the same realistic freaking walkie-talkies, and that thing worked 5 miles. That's how we used to get a hold of our friends. That was a real thing. So I resonated a lot with that. The freaking jumper Marty McFly jackets and the flannel jackets and all that stuff. I wore that, the high socks. So I grew up in that time, and to kind of see now that stuff vintage, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I remember you could just go into a supermarket and pick that thing up, right? Or these were like a dime a dozen, all those comic books. X-Men 1, by the way, you know, in the 90s when they printed what, how many? A shit ton. and what's nuts is people didn't realize, okay, they printed up so much, but how much ended up in a trash can or toilet paper? You know what I mean? And it's like, so it's really cool to see all that. So, you know, to hear you say that, like, you're fascinated with history of this kind of stuff, that's really cool because I actually lived through some of that stuff. And I'm also I'm fascinated with returning to the old. There's something that my friend Chris likes to say all the time, nostalgia respark, where you see something and you're like, oh, I remember that. Like right here, right? Ecto 1, Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah.
Or you remember the movie, or you remember a line from the movie, right? So, you know, that's
100%.
how this collecting world for me really resonates. And that's why I love being in this space so much.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, you, D?
Kryptoni, man, telling people you remember when there was no internet makes me feel super old, right? Like you couldn't, if there was a question and you weren't in school, you had to like, and you didn't have a computer at your house, you had to go to the library, right? Sign out or sign in, and then wait for your 15 minutes of computer time, or do the old school way where you had to look up, you know, type in the book and you have to go by reference number, what section of the library it was, and then actually do research. I'm like, oh my gosh.
8 million. Thank you, Slayer.
But yeah, just to like easily have, it's like, oh, what is this? Or how do you spell this? It's like, oh, let me just pull up my phone and it's right there, right? It's it's pretty incredible how far we've really come.
Call waiting,
or like
that was a feature we had to buy into our telephone line. Call waiting or party lines where you share the line.
Yes,
you know you know what I mean. The party lines are the worst, man.
That's crazy.
When you're like handing the call over, but the person didn't actually hang up, so they can actually listen in on your conversations.
My mom did that stuff all the time, dude. Because we had the longest, they call it a handset cord, right? The little curly cord. We had the longest one ever, right? It was like a mile long in our house. So you'd see that thing from like the living room into my room, right? And my mom would constantly, I'd hear her because like they're not that good at like being sly. Like, I can freaking hear you. And you hear, and then you hear it later. I still can hear you. I was like, come on. So yeah, that was a thing in our household.
And just to like more recent was when we had a garage sale, and Hinano brought out some comic books, and there were like people older than us that we never we only know them from when they show up to our garage sales or when we see them like at the store in town or something. But these people like would come to the garage sales, they would look inside the short box that Hinano had put outside, and all you hear is, "Whoa! I remember this when I was like younger," and I'm like, "Wow!" Like we have
We're
like
the comic
nerds.
book house, by the way, during
Yeah,
these garage sales. Like we are known as the comic book house in our
Very
community, you know.
nice.
So
yeah.
and,
It's
and
really
here's a
cool.
really cool story about that. I'm not a Thor fan, by the way, right? It's just me personally. I know a lot of people love Thor. Corey, don't hate me. But I'm not a Thor fan. And I remember I filled up an entire white box full of like moderns, you know, duplicates and stuff like that, or stuff that I got from our LCS that we used to give away on the channel. And I put it out there, and it was like a quarter a comic book, and man, everyone loved it so much. But I no one was buying Thor. I must have threw like 10 Thor books in there just to get rid of them. Nobody was touching Thor. Spider-Man, even Morbius had love, but you know what I mean. But not Thor. And so we're about to close up, and this one kid shows up with his dad, and he goes, "Dad, there's comic books." And the dad's like, "Oh, that's cool, that's fine, you know." And I'm like, "They're a quarter, dude. Like, you know, just buy your kid one book. It's a quarter." And so when I found out that was my daughter's classmate, I said, "You know what?" Because again, in Hawaii, the kids call everybody auntie and uncle. That's just a thing here, right? I said, "I tell you what, pick 10 books out of there. You know what? Pick 20 books out of there. Take them home. And the only thing I ask is you need to tell my daughter what you read. That's it. I just want to know what you read." And I knew some of the stories in there that I gave him, right? So like it's a test. And he was so happy. He's like, "Oh, thank you, Uncle." Those 10 Thor books were gone, by the way. He took them all because Thor's his favorite character. And so I felt really good when I seen that. He's like, "Dad, there's Thor." I'm like, "Take it all." He took it all. And then I gave him 10 more books, and he had a good time. And then my daughter was hilarious because on Monday she came back with this sheet. "Here, it's for you." "What is it?" It's a book report you told what's his face to give you. Like, oh, he read the books. He read the books. So that made me feel really good. So, you know, the moral of the story is comic books to me is really food for the soul, right? It really is. If you lose yourself in the art, that's cool. You lose yourself in the story, that's cool. Even if you don't even touch the book, just look at it. I mean, just look at a book. It's just beautiful art right there, right? And that's food for the soul. And so I was really happy that we could do that for the kid. We've donated comic books to libraries and stuff like that. And I still think, and I'm in agreement with Video Shane, I think the biggest denominator to get people in is the comic books into this space. So that's why I'm in it. Anyways, long-winded chat here. Really quick, Akash, I see you, man. Thank you so much for this comment. I really appreciate that so much, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Now, D, I know you have a ton of questions. You know, comic book guy, just so you know, we have a bunch of questions. I've never even gone to one of them yet. So I'm going to let my wife go for it.
Well, we kind of like touched on it, but going back to your sketches, your sketch art, because when I first saw them, it reminded me of what are those called? You know, that Slider sent us a bunch. Those little cards in the sleeve from.
Oh yeah, he sent us old Marvel cards. Like
Marvel cards.
No, yeah, I think they were from Wax Packs. They were what were they? There were like some of them were these wizard cards that you want to get in the wizard magazines. So I believe I have what is it? Cyber something. I never read that book, but I have one copy. But it's Cyber something, and it's a wizard card. You only could get them in the wizard packs. He sent Marvel cards, some with Todd McFarlane art on them. Some of them were the old Marvel cards with the they had like the hero power up on the back to see how much power the mutant had. And some other things. There's Ghostbuster cards, Back to the Future cards, and I think some of those were in wax packs. Slider, you can confirm that because I know you're in collecting. It's part of what he does. So.
But yeah, that's what kind of reminded me of when I saw those. So I was like, that would be so cool if like you had your own line of that to like, I mean, you sold you said you sold one on eBay, but to have like your own collection. And I know you're more towards like the digital, but maybe even like turn them into like NFTs and sell them that way. That would be kind of a cool thing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I would jump on that just to have like for me, I like to collect, I mean, comics of my own, but when there's other artwork and stuff from like people that I get to know or meet from BV or other projects in the space, I like to at least like collect one of them, just so it's like I don't know, it's kind of a what do you call it? Another way of collecting is you collect other people's art that you know, and you'd be like, hey, this is really cool to start your own, you know,
Yeah,
different collection.
yeah, for sure.
Because
That'd be
I
it's a great idea.
yeah, there's another artist in the space, Kid Arcade. He also does a lot of his artwork on his iPad, and then he converts it. However, the process is he converts it so now they're NFTs on OpenSea. His Velvet Neon and Light Parade NFTs. Um, I gotta send one over to you. We'll figure that out. But yeah, so he did it that way, where he's the one that did all the art, and then he transposed it somehow onto into a digital NFT, and that's kind of how he gifted them or gave them away on his show when people won like whatever trivia he was doing.
Yeah,
So I mean, and it's just easy to just send me your info, boom, bam, and it's right there in your account, kind of thing. I mean,
great idea.
you can send people like physical stuff. I mean, it does take a little longer. Sometimes you may get lost in the mail, depending on how nice it looks from the person, like transferring it to you. But yeah, I mean that would be an idea if you're looking to kind of like spread your art somewhere else, and especially in the digital space. And a lot of people in the BB community, I mean most of them are very supportive of when people from the community themselves start their project or put their projects out there. They're like behind them 100% to just support. Thank you, Kryptoni, appreciate you, brother. But yeah, I mean, I would be, like I said, I would be on it. So the
Appreciate
next
that.
time you like tag me or something, and we can help spread the word.
Heck yeah. Yeah. When it comes to being an artist, it's something that's I think newer for me. So I haven't really put much thought into like the whole process of selling or giving or just distributing the art. It's something that is I hope to learn, and talking to you and getting ideas. Honestly, thank you very much. I really do
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's I don't know. It's something that I'll definitely have to learn as I go, as I create stuff. I do like the idea of having stuff, having the physical version, having an NFT version, stuff like that, or even just have different stuff too.
Yeah.
Um, I do draw on my iPad quite a bit, so.
Oh, there you go. So once you like you probably don't realize how much you draw until like you sit down and like skim through all the pages that's in your on your device, and you're like, oh, I did this and this. And like by the time it's like already like your own collection there on your iPad. I know Hinano, before we became the True Media Group, it was a Real Uncommon podcast, which is Hinano and I, and he did NFTs for us, and that was a process that he had to go and research and learn. But yeah, he came up with some really cool ones.
And I mainly did it because we didn't have any giveaways to give anybody. I think at the time, when I learned, Vivi was only starting to do these supported giveaways, but we weren't on that round. So we had to figure out how do we give away things to our audience when we weren't getting sponsored or anything like that. A lot of what we were doing came out of our pocket for 2 years. And, we still do that, right? Because in the end, if you're doing this for money only, then you're not going to survive here. This is a passion right here. Like, you want to show up. That's the one thing, like, who says it? O'Malley says this a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do this for you. You got to show up for you. And if you show up for you, everyone else is going to show up as well. And so that's why we do this, right? But at the time, we wanted to do something to like at least reward the people that watched us, right? And so before we even did our NFT project, we had, I think we called it the Neon Paradise Project. And a lot of it was very neon orientated, and we did mock-ups of certain characters, right? But like our own version, like we did a baby Iron Man, right?
Nice,
Something like that, which was our own thing, right? It was like our own Marvel Mighty thing, but like kind of like our own. And so we did that for a while. We never sold any of it. It was given away for free. No one had to do nothing other than keep it. And then we stopped it because, attorneys. And then we had to go from there. But another thing too is we started a NFT project where we sold passes to our supporters. I think it was like $50, and then they got a hat, a digital hat, and then whoever got 2 of these also got a gold pass. And so there was utility with this for I think a year and a half, where we ran giveaways every month, and we gave away physical slabs.
Heck yeah.
To our and we did that for a year and a half. It finally ended last year because again, the attorney, True Media, we couldn't do those things anymore. So, but we did it for a year and a half, and to be very quite honest, we made no money out of it. What that did do is help us seed money to actually do things here better. And then once we did things here better, when we got monetized, as well as our subscriptions from all the people, that kept the lights on. So that really helped us out. And so in the end, we just gave back. And so all those times we gave back, that was on our dime. And we didn't mind it because in the end, we came here for us. We weren't here for the money part, right? Yeah. And now, we obviously we have sponsorships and, drink deals and stuff like that. But that helps us keep the lights on, which allows us to continue to do more things. That's why I'm able to do AI content now. That's why we're able to host trivia in certain Discords and do other crazy stuff, is because, there are people backing us. But it took a while. And in the end, that's not why you should be doing this kind of stuff. So
yeah, and it's really cool that there's a handful of the ones that have been like supporting us from the beginning, and we're even part of the passes that we sold in the chats right now. And they're still, and I think like one of the main thing for me was like we were able to provide this for people. And from that, like, you grow a community, and from that, you also, they bring in their friends or other people that that are interested in, and then you make even more connections. So I think like a lot of that I got from it was, and still getting right now, is like just a connection with people from literally everywhere in the world. It's really cool. I think that's like one of the aspects of it that makes me really happy, is to be able to have like friends, community members from everywhere, and just being able to share with them like this show, Aloha Friday, just to provide some place for people to come and just hang out and, just talk about themselves or what they're into, just random things. And, they won't get judged. Just the one golden rule, but that's it.
Well, what's the golden rule, D? In case he doesn't know what the golden rule is, what is the golden rule?
The golden rule is just you don't be a dick. But that's pretty much
good rule.
Don't be a dick. That's it.
A good rule.
Welcome everybody. Yeah. And I'm I don't know how we got into the topic about content and making stuff, but like the one thing that I'm really proud of what we try to do here, and I hope we're doing that with you, is just make you guys feel comfortable up here, right? A lot of people are just kind of like jarred when they come up here. They don't know what to say. I still remember the first timers when they first come up, because you can tell right off the bat they're a bit nervous. And then over time throughout the live stream, they don't even remember them starting. They didn't 2 hours go by. By the way, we're at an hour and 15, my friend. It goes by, you never know where the time goes. And if we can do that to where you don't know where the time goes and you're enjoying this. And this also helps you too, right? Because there's a lot of people that are in this chat now, never ever wanted to do this. And now they're hosting shows, they're creating content, they're making music. And that's a beautiful thing. That's one thing Dee and I have been trying to perpetuate in this space for a whole year. And I know this isn't for everybody, but our big thing is if we can get people like you or anybody else to continually make content in the space, on the space, provide an experience for the people here, then that keeps people here. That retains people. That brings more people here. You know what I mean? And then that creates organic engagement. If you go look at our chat right now, go and scroll the comments. If you have to scroll 3 or 4 times, then that means there's engagement. That means people are happy that they're here, and we're providing some type of place to hang out. As Slider said, I think I seen it somewhere here, a place for people to hang out with. And I hope we're doing that for you. And I really love what you're doing here with your channel. I know you said you're more on TikTok, but I just love that you're doing that as well. And anything that we can do to help you in terms of facilitating more of your content, we're here for that. That's something that we just want to do. So
yeah, I definitely need to ramp it up. I think just a couple, wrenches get thrown in your life, and you keep pushing it off, until I just need to suck it up and just kind of just get going. Just need to start back to your whole point. I think doing this, honestly, when you guys messaged me, I was really excited just because it was something new that I had, and I was like, let's get out of my comfort zone a little bit, and let's see, get the ball rolling maybe, and just get some creativity flowing in me, I think. And honestly, this has been a great conversation.
Thank you. I don't want to take too much of your time. I didn't even ask you your time. How are you doing on time?
I'm probably good for another 20-30 minutes, I think.
Perfect. All right. Really quick before we get to asking more of Dee's questions, because I know she's got some. I want to say hi real quick to Akash. Thank you so much, Akash. I'm not sure how much that is in USD, but I appreciate you regardless. Thank you so much for spending your hard money here. You don't have to, and we appreciate that. It goes right back to the channel and you guys. So thank you so much. And then, I see MC. What's up, MC? Aloha, fam. Happy Friday. What's good, man? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We got Slider here, 15 months. My goodness, man. Thank you for being a member for 15 months, as well as everybody here. I know we have the giveaway, guys. One last time, I want to remind everyone we have 2 supported giveaways. We have one from Fanable for a Pokiosk pack, as well as one from Vivi Official. Shout out to Vivi also for helping support the stream as well. And also Online Comic Book Guy. Enter both of these because these are both either digital collectibles or an RWA that comes with a digital collectible. So I think it's really up your flavor right there. Yeah, so hashtag Aloha Friday. And Dee, I'm going to pass the baton to you because I know you got a ton of questions. And then before he leaves, I just want to make sure we play the video before he digs out.
Yeah. Well, kind of like you were saying you're gonna be doing more stuff on your content. Like, I guess my question would be like, do you have some kind of like idea of what you would want to do next? Like what's next for you? Or are you just kind of like seeing how things are right now and just trying to make things, a little bit more tighter, a little bit better than what it is now?
I think a lot of what I want to do is I want to continue to create the content that I kind of make now, which is just like thrifting and just general content. But I do want to expand into talking more. I think just having discussions about different things that are happening either in crypto space, in a physical release format, like All-Star Game, like for the NBA. There's a lot of stuff that happens. There's all kinds of information that I think people can know about, and I think like just relaying that. Other people already do it, I think, in different formats. Like on Instagram, there's a guy that I follow. His name's Capo Clock. It's more of a reseller thing, but he posts a lot of different just reseller information. So I think maybe being a one-stop shop for information. There's a lot of I have a lot of ideas, I guess, but it's just sticking to picking a lane and sticking to it. And it's also like I'm also younger, so I don't know a whole lot, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. I have limited experience. I've really only sold clothes and that's kind of all I've done with my life, which is cool. I mean, I've enjoyed it and I've had fun with it. I've gotten some whatnot deals out of it and some other stuff.
You'd be surprised on how much people want to learn about certain attire or certain pieces that was made in a certain era. You'd be surprised.
So exactly. I think it's something that I just never really thought about, just because I've been doing it for so long that it seems like I need to become a teacher in a sense. But I've always felt that it was kind of weird for me. I don't know. I just feel too young to be a teacher. I feel like people would be like, "Oh, what's he know about anything?" But I've dedicated a lot to vintage clothing and I guess knowledge of things.
Well,
Yeah,
here, I'll make you feel better.
surprised.
Sorry, D, go ahead.
You'll be surprised because there's one guy who has like a huge following on X that I started going to his spaces to listen in, and I learned about him through another one of community member from BB, and I went to his spaces and he had so much people following him, and he was talking about well, he was talking about like crypto and Web3, but he had like a space for his birthday, and he just turned 25 last year. And I was like, the way he talked and stuff, I would not have thought that he was that age. But I mean, age is nothing but a number, right? If you put in the research, all the hard work to learn stuff, and you're able to teach people, then go for it. So I don't know, maybe spaces would be a good thing for you to try and do, or just if you're able to like live stream something, just throw the link out and say, hey, this is what I'm interested in. Anyone that maybe has more experience or other ideas, feel free to hop up and you guys can like brainstorm, collab. And yeah, I think a lot of people would, turn in and support you.
I think that's honestly a good idea. I think live streaming is something that I definitely need to do more, because like just conversations like this, just talking with people, back to your whole point, collaborating, is something that opens up just your pathways in your brain. You start thinking about things differently because you guys said something a certain way, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You know what I mean? And so you start to. It's a great idea. I think a lot of it I've stopped myself just because I've been scared, of it, in a sense where it's the unknown. You're putting yourself out there, being vulnerable.
Brother, I remember when we first did our first episode. You want to talk about scared? I was just turning 40, I think, when this happened, and I don't get nervous. I was super nervous. I think we recorded at 4 a.m. to like appease the guest, and it was a horrible production. I thought the host did bad. The only one that did great was the guest and the co-host. And I think after 3 episodes, we were done. We were going to throw in the towel. And I don't know if you know a content creator named Superstar Money, Joe and Rob. They've been around for a while, but they've had some kids in life to kind of stop them from doing content. If it wasn't for them, we probably would have not still be here. So we understand taking the first step. I think my suggestion for you is there's content creators out here already, people doing spaces, or even us, like just practice with the people that are doing it already, people that are willing to have you on. I'm sure there's a bunch of people from spaces watching right now that would love to talk with you, by the way. But besides that, you're always welcome here. It's a revolving door, and we're big on trying to help people become creators. We actually have a content creator program. We can talk to you a little bit later about that. And that's really to help smaller channels break into the space. And that's something we're kind of doing now with creators. There's a few of them in the chat. You know who you are. And so there's stuff like that, right? There's all these little programs out there to try to help creators just try to be a creator. And whether you want to show your face on camera or not, you don't have to. You can either do spaces, or you just don't even show your face and just do the voice. But these are things that are readily available for people out there, even you, to do if you want to kind of get yourself motivated. You don't have to even buy anything. All you need is a phone and some headphones, and jump on a stream and just be a part of the conversation.
That's a good point. It's true. It's literally just showing up.
Yeah. It's a fun conversation.
I like what Rob said in the chat too. If you build it, they will. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
If you build it, they will come. Don't overthink. Starting is the hardest part. 100% Rob. And Online Comic Book Guy, this is our shtick. I am constantly cutting my wife or everyone off. So I hope if I haven't done that to you, my friend.
No, all good.
Go ahead, D.
But yeah, like we've been saying, just start, just do it, and you got at least 2 people here that will support you. 100%. And I'm sure a lot of people in the comments, in the chats, are also gonna be a huge supporters of whatever you do.
Thank you, guys.
Cut it out. Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
I'm old enough to know who that is.
But one thing I did want to ask you, because you're huge into comic books, is do you or have you ever thought of going into or like an in real life event with since you've been here in the VV community for a while? I don't remember seeing you in one of these events, so I'm just assuming you haven't been to one.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I believe some people in the community, they have been what do you call it, creating their own meetups. I believe there's one coming up in Pasadena. I think that's, or no, I think there's a designer con coming up in Pasadena sometime earlier this year.
And
There's
there might
also
be other things closer to you too, right? I think there's some
Mhm.
cons closer to you they're trying to plan as well, because I think
Yeah.
there's VV fam around him as well.
hmm
Yeah.
And then there's the New York one, New York Comic Con, but that's not till like October. But yeah, is there any plans for you to like make it out there in real life to one of these events and meet people?
I think honestly, at some point in the future, yeah, I think it was something that I would enjoy doing. Just kind of like how it is with a virtual conversation, meeting some of these people in real life, getting to just meet them, pick their ideas, talk about just whatever. I think would be honestly really fun. I was looking at, I think Decon. There's one in November this year. It's in Vegas. That's kind of close to me.
That's the one that D and I go to all the time. Here, okay, so like here's the thing about Decon Vegas. You go to Decon Vegas, I'm going to tell you right now, man. You will not be left behind. You will not be by yourself. What we try to do is we create a chat for everybody in Vegas to where we don't want anyone left behind. Especially if you're coming to hang out with VV fam, or you're coming to Decon. Like we just don't. What I don't want is for someone to go out there. Maybe they heard us say come out and they came out. They had a bad experience because nobody talked with them, right? That does happen at cons. And so the one thing that D and I made it a priority is we try not to let anyone left behind that we know of, and that's why we created a chat. So if you come out there, man, trust me, you're going to have a ton of people to hang out with, because we try to make sure that we go in a big group and we stay together. So
Very nice.
yeah.
I've seen. I think I saw one of the meetups. I think it was the UK meetup. I think.
Yeah, like a
that happened
couple, was it
recently.
last week or
Yeah.
a week and a half ago? Yeah.
But yeah, it's something like that. And obviously, Decon's a lot bigger of an event. But even so, I think just going and doing something like that would be really fun.
Well, just know if you're having second thoughts, we had an individual. I won't name him. You know who I'm talking about in the back of the room. He came to Decon. He wasn't sure of it. Thought it was crazy going by himself, and he had such a great time that I think he made a lot of good friends. So, and that also happened this year for two other individuals as well. First time going, and never thought they would leave with lifelong friends. So I think that's in your future if you come to Vegas.
Heck yeah.
So let's go. I want to talk to him about because I know you got to go soon. IP specifically on the app right now. We got a ton of cool IP. Maybe there's IP that you like already that's there, but what is something that's not there? Now, there is an IP that I love that's there, but it's non-existent in my opinion, and that's Star Trek. And maybe we'll have Trekkies in the app one day, but I am waiting for a different enterprise. I know you're in the chat, MC. Please pass it down the chain of command that we need more than the D, please. But yeah, that is something that I really want to see, is like the original Connie or give me any other enterprise, something else. But what is something that you want to see on the app that's not there?
Completely just unrelated to it, but SpongeBob would be cool.
Nice.
I was always a big fan of SpongeBob, like having Patrick, or like the rock that Patrick grew up in, or the pineapple that SpongeBob. Like, there's all kinds of things that you could do that I think would be fun. Outside of that, I think there's a lot of cartoon stuff that you could do. Johnny Bravo would be fun.
Oh, Johnny Bravo.
Completely random. You talk about cartoons. I used to love growing up and watching just different cartoons. So I think a lot of that stuff, and luckily we do like Powerpuff Girls. I'm a big fan of. Just like having it, like that's a cool collectible to have.
Power Rangers, something like that.
Power Rangers is cool. This is one that we have, but like having Adventure Time, I think is a really cool.
Adventure Time.
Cool one. Like I have Jake the dog and Finn, I believe, and Princess Bubblegum, and Ice King, I think too. stuff like that. I think it's more of it's newer, I guess, because Adventure Time came out like 2012 or whatever it came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think SpongeBob would probably be my go-to choice, just because I love SpongeBob, and to have like the whole SpongeBob cast where you give Squidward, Patrick, Sandy, all of them, Krabs, Plankton. That would be tight. Courage the Cowardly Dog would be cool too. That would be awesome.
Look at that. Everyone's got their list right here. Dinosaurs.
Yeah. Oh,
that'd be
dinosaurs. Cool. Yeah.
You mean not the mama dinosaurs or the movie dinosaurs? Which one?
Not the mama.
Oh, not the mama. Okay. Got you. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. I you see, what I would love to see is like Ren and Stimpy. That is my cartoons I grew up with. Or what's the other one?
Gogeta. Yes.
No, Beavis and Butthead. That's another cool one too. I enjoy that one. Before it looks like the comic guy is no, he's back. He's back.
I had to give my cat some food. I got a couple more minutes.
Oh yeah, no worries. You're good. How much more minutes you got?
I got about 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Sorry.
You got time for the movie or no?
I'll stay for the movie. 6 minutes. I'll stay for the movie. But like, I got
all
like
right,
6
guys.
more minutes of questions.
So let's fast forward already. He's got 6 more minutes. We like to do this last thing while I prime up the movie. You can ask us anything. Go ahead.
Ask me?
Yeah.
No. You can ask anything. This is
Gotcha,
the time where we turn the tables around.
See? No one's ever prepared for that. Yeah.
I was really unprepared. Okay, so you asked me, I guess, what I most look forward to, like IP wise, and I guess you kind of answered it with Star Trek. Like you want more of that because you're right, it has kind of been of a non-existent IP on there. Outside of that, I guess there's a lot of anticipation. You know, people always ask like the win Pokemon, stuff like that. Like I think it's keeping it realistic, and it's possible that Pokemon could come to VV. It's also possible that they could just develop their own app. So I think it's keeping it. So I guess what's a big realistic IP that you think that you would want to come to VV? That's not like, you know, like SpongeBob's pretty crazy too, to be fair.
One Piece.
Something that's more grounded.
One Piece. Yeah, I really think. I think if we're not gonna get Pokemon right now, One Piece. I mean, like, and maybe they already got it in the books. I mean, like, you know, I'm a big fan of the live action. I'm only learning it now. I never got into Pokemon, and shout out to FANABLE because I was able to get into Pokemon. But there's so much to learn about Pokemon. Like, my goodness, like my head's gonna blow up. But then One Piece, okay, I can resonate with One Piece. I love pirates. I love like seafaring stories and ships, and so like it really is up my alley. And you know, I'm a big fan of the Netflix series, so yeah, I would love to see One Piece on the app for sure.
That would be awesome. That would be really cool. I forgot about mangas and anime. Having Naruto on it would be freaking awesome.
Oh, a lot of people go crazy with Naruto. I'm
a huge fan of the original series and Shippuden. Very phenomenal. But yeah, that's honestly a really good point. Because we have what is it, Ultraman? Ultraman's on there. I think Ultraman's awesome. I think having more like that, more styles like that would be really cool for the app. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
Other questions I have.
I don't know if you wanted Dee to answer that question.
Oh yeah.
For me, Gargoyles, it shouldn't be that hard, right? Gargoyles, because I grew up watching that. I do want to see Usagi on the app, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was it Yu-Gi-Oh? No, not Yu-Gi-Oh! And Inuyasha. That's all.
Inuyasha would be fire.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be fire too. You could have all kinds of stuff with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, that would be so cool. But that's my list. Wow, I think my list grew actually. I only had my whole thing was Terminator, but then I added 4 more things. So I'll be sending that over to the feedback button.
Hey, I'm so proud of her. Like, who marries a lady that loves Terminator? This guy. So
I grew up with Arnold.
Online Comic Book Guy, this has been a pleasure having you on. I thank you so much for coming on. I hope I hope this was a smooth experience. I hope we can get you back on. We normally like to have collectibles talk. Dee also hosts what we call a community hangout, where she just throws a link in chat. So if you ever hear us talking about anything, please come up and join the conversation. You're always welcome to come back to the channel anytime. Dee, anything else you want to add to this before we get to the movie?
No, it's been a pleasure. It's just always like right here. It's like, oh, like there's more stuff to talk about. So yes, we'll definitely have to get you on when you have more time. But just really appreciate you for saying yes and you know coming on and just hanging out and chilling out with us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
awesome.
100%. And another thing too is, do you have a Fanable account?
I don't think that I do. I'll have to, I do. We talked about it, and I'm gonna. The ad earlier, and I'm gonna sign. I see Millie posts about it all the time. I do need to just make an account.
Sign up to Fanable because I'm gonna gift you a Pokemon card that I have in my collection. It's really super easy to send it to you. Yeah, once you have a Fanable account, reach out to me in the DMs.
Okay, will do. I appreciate that.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you for coming on and hanging out. And before we go, guys, we are going to play the movie. And the movie's called Neon Saber, and it is a sequel to Metal Wars. This is Metal Wars right here. This is something that I did, 7 months ago, half a year ago, guys, when I first was learning how to prompt AI. When I first started doing original content, I thought this was so good looking, and then I look at it now, this is AI slop. And what you're going to watch tonight is probably more AI slop, but it's way better than this. So, but if you want to know the origin of what you're about to watch, I'm going to throw this in the chat. And this is basically the first episode. Well, not the first episode. This is what kind of inspired what we're about to watch. And what we're going to watch today, you guys, is a original content called Neon Saber, where basically AI has turned against the human race, and they have come back to pretty much enslave their human counterpart. And so you get to see an AI invasion during this tournament called Metal Wars, where it's a rock'em sock'em type of robot type of arena game. And so I created this this content with Grok 6 months ago. And so this is the full-fledged movie around the Metal Wars episode. So let me get that ready to go, and I'll play it right now for you guys.
Sweet.
Stand by, guys.
Push that
Where's
button.
the
Let's
button?
go.
Here we go.
Daisy, hold on a second. I want to apologize for last night.
There's nothing to talk about. It was a one-time thing.
Metal Wars, where steel clashes and legends rise.
Systems online. Pilot. Neon Saber ready for Metal Wars. System online. Arena approach confirmed. Weapons prime.
Let's give it up for the unstoppable Neon Saber, tonight's Metal Wars champion. What is happening? Got the gas!
Strap in, Daisy. I'm about to kick some ass.
Systems are redlining.
Activating plasma burst, full power. Activating flight mode, setting a course over the ocean. We'll head to the Metal Wars secondary warehouse, get some backup.
All those ships, those are Red Empire ships. The mythical AI race is back.
All right, let's leave these jerks a parting gift. Full power!
Full power engaged. Systems are go.
Excellent. Let's watch the fireworks.
I love that. I personally love it.
The hell did we just watch? Wait, okay. Before we get into that, online comic book guy, I don't know if you're there. I know you got to leave, man. We appreciate. There you are. We appreciate you for coming on, man. I'm sorry for holding you hostage here for any longer than you should be. Thank you so much.
You're good.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
appreciate y'all. I was just about to send you guys a message that I appreciate you guys for having me on again. I enjoyed the movie. It's interesting how fast AI is evolving, and there's there's still quirks about it.
Yeah.
Shoot, like within a year, maybe two. Oh my god, it's insane how fast.
In 6 months. This is gonna be 6 months. I'm almost sure of it because 6 months ago I wasn't able to do what I'm able to do now. So from 6 months now, in fact, just like last week, I'm able to do other things because I kind of produced this last week. Like in 6 months, because I'm a big proponent on UGC. I've been making AI content for like 6 months, and now people are trending on this stuff, right? Like in 6 months from now, I'm gonna be honest with everybody watching. We're gonna have studio quality shows. Count me on that. Anyways, online comic book guy. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Enter the giveaway before you leave, and then we will be in the DMs for the Fanable stuff.
Hashtag Aloha Friday. Thank you, my friend.
Right. Yes, I appreciate y'all.
Have a good weekend. Man.
Yeah, have a good weekend. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Aloha. All right. That was cool, D.
That was
awesome
cool
to have someone that we've never got to talk to on the space before. And that's what I love about doing Aloha Fridays is like, you know, you can do all these cool things and meet new people. And I love meeting new people. By the way, how did you guys like Neon Saber? Let me know in the chats down below. How was that? Before we get started, everyone's probably wondering who the hell were those kids? Right? You know, so I think we should have some context. Guys, I'm going to play one more commercial and then we're going to run this giveaway and we're going to get out of here.
Breaking news tonight, 4 teenagers missing since 1980 have been seen within city limits. They disappeared on their graduation night 10 years ago. Police are investigating their sudden reappearance.
I can't believe it! It's those missing kids from 10 years ago! Activate the portal!
Well, now we know who those kids are. So the one thing, so I remember 3 or 4 months back, I put out some videos, some advertisement of what we're going to try to do here. And I remember everyone's like, wow, so cool. Kids got abducted by aliens or, oh, robots and all that. Well, this is the year now where we got to deliver all that stuff. Because, you know, we pretty much put it out there that we're going to make that stuff. So we're putting our face to the fire, I guess. And I got to say, I'm glad that I waited because I was waiting for technology to speed up. You know, I don't like to use AI generators that have I don't like using like Higgs field or anything like that. I'm not somebody that likes to use a service that has multiple models in it. I like to create my own workflow and find the models that I like to work with. And so when you do that, sometimes consistency isn't the best because these US based companies, they throttle you, or they content you, right? Like they basically slap your wrist to content. So certain things I can and can't do versus these Chinese companies like Cdance, they can go willy-nilly with copyright, which they're going to get in trouble, by the way. You can't just use anyone's likeness without getting sued these days. And this is not me talking. This is our attorney talking, by the way. This is why you see a lot of original content. And yes, guys, luckily with the media group and the way that we're doing now, we have legal advice on hand 24/7. So stuff like this we really look into. So that's why Neon Saber, The Vanish, those are all original content. And so my goal, again, in 6 months is, we're a media group to provide this type of content. That was 7 minutes. 7 minutes is going to turn into 14, which is going to turn into half an hour, which I am gunning for a 1 hour episode, guys. And sooner or later, prompting is going to be easier. Scenes are going to be longer. Consistency is going to be good. And there's ways of getting consistency, but we use our own workflow here, and I would prefer to keep it that way. So I hope you guys enjoy what we have here. I mean, you guys have already watched Lost Tides, The Rider, now Neon Saber, which I'm so stoked about because, once again, that was something that I created with Grok 6 months ago. A rock'em sock'em type of robot type of content. And it was just something late at night. I don't know if you remember, D. I was like literally just messing around with Grok at 10 o'clock at night. And I made Metal Wars. And, as much as that thing was cool to make, it's AI slop. Some of this also is slop. I tried to cover it as best I could. Maybe some of you saw it. Maybe some of you didn't. Sleight of the hand. But this is the stuff that we're making. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the content because more to come.
More to come. Stay tuned for what the future brings. As I like to say, just right around the corner. Which corner? Nobody knows. But yeah, should we? I know. So lame. Mom jokes.
Yeah. He's got jokes. So yeah, we should. So yeah, once again, look out for these teens because they've been missing for 10 years. And there's a reason why they've been missing. There's a reason why they're wearing those coats, and there's a reason why they have a portal jumper. But yeah, look out for these teens because the true universe is being built right in front of you guys. And I can't wait to show you guys what we have planned.
I love it.
Yeah, we also have some content that we're making with creators and community members. And I am making a Kid Called Beast movie. That's the last one.
It's in the works.
That one's going to take the most time because I want to do voiceovers on that one. So lots of stuff we're doing as well as these live stream, guys. So hopefully you guys like the content. D, run the show while I get the giveaway tool ready.
Yeah, so I just really want to say, like Miopi says, thank you so much, Online Comic Guy, for coming on and spending time with us. Yeah, almost 2 hours of his time.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised we haven't heard our cat either. Or maybe you just...
Yeah, she's like a dog. She's really tiny right
well,
now,
she's
right?
not in this room, so she probably got fed, hopefully. But just want to also say thank you, everybody, for being here and sticking around. Love seeing the, how long you've been a member. That's really awesome to see all the longtime supporters and even some new faces. We had, I believe there was one person I never saw before. No, 2 people I never saw before. So welcome and thank you for being here. Shout out to Saloni for always having fun in the chats. LOL. It's like a teleprompter. Yes, cats do rule, Majin. I gotta say, I like dogs, most dogs, but I'm more of a cat person. But yeah, just appreciate everyone for having fun in the chat, talking with yourselves, and just engaging in the conversation too. I saw you guys putting in your ideas and feedback when we were talking to Online Comic Book Guy. It's a long name. We gotta make him an acronym. Yeah, so hopefully you guys have all entered the giveaway. So we're gonna do
one spin on here, okay, and then we're gonna do the giveaway another way, just to make it fair, because I know sometimes people think that the StreamYard picker tool is not always fair. So I'm not doing a duck race, by the way. That is a big bro thing. You're not gonna see me try to do a duck race. I know others are trying. I won't do that because I'm just gonna fail at it. So pass. But I am going to do an old school way, and we'll find out in the next way. So this is going to be for the VV digital collectible. And then for the FANABLE one, we're going to do it different. Or we can do the either or. Which one? Should this be for the VV collectible or for the FANABLE collectible?
Okay, so this one can be for the VV giveaway. And also, I have a wheel if you want to give me the names of the people on the leaderboard for your stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. So I remember Tuesday we had a live stream. We were covering Remix. And I told anybody who got on the leaderboard that we'd run a wheel. But we're going to do that on CTD. We're not going to do it on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it'll be on Twitter. But I haven't forgotten. So whoever, and you guys still can. So the whole idea is you got to get on the leaderboard when you play this game. If you get on the leaderboard, and the last time I saw it, it was only myself, Ronnie, and D on the leaderboard. So
I have a chance, Ronnie.
If nobody else is on that leaderboard that's watching, I'm talking to you, Abstract. Ronnie automatically wins. So Ronnie, you got a chance, brother. But I did see some people play it. But yeah, guys, if you want a chance to win a Cryptoy, which is a Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. It's a rare. You can't get it unless you find it in the market. It's a rare collectible. All you got to do is play this game. Find the link and throw it in the comments for everybody if anybody wants to try to get on the leaderboard. And all you really got to do is play the game, guys, to get on the leaderboard. That's simple. Just play the game. And we will run the wheel for this specific thing on Crypto Twitter, or CT as we like to call it. So.
And there's one last. Oh, I think it's having issues.
What?
The Remix, the website. I can't. Maybe it's me. Service unavailable.
Go on Will's page. Will Weinrob. He retweeted my game. It's all there.
Okay. And then just one more, a third thing, just for Valentine's Day. There's a Light Parade NFT from Kid Arcade for Valentine's Day that someone else can also win.
Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll do the VV, and then we'll do the Kid Arcade, and then we'll run the FANABLE a different way. All right? So we got 88 of you guys here. I kind of don't want to do the thing where you guys left and came back, and we got to wait for somebody. So this one, the FANABLE giveaway, you guys have to be here for that. So let's go. Well, you got to be here for everyone, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I'm going to take this away, guys. And you've had all your chances. Let's go. This is for the VV Digital Collectible, random VV Digital Collectible. Good luck, everyone, and may the juju be with you tonight.
Good luck.
VV Manager, let's go. These hands are for you. I don't know if they're washed, but congratulations. Super stoked.
Sanitize.
And congrats. Reach out to On My Way or Flexi. Or D as well, if you can't get a hold of them, and we will help you as well. But
thank you,
Flexi. Thank you, Flexi, and On My Way and VV for the giveaway, guys. Now we're going to run this one more time for the Kid Arcade Light Parade. And let's see who's going to get the Light Parade for this one. Now, here's the best thing. Who's ever entered in this can enter again for the FANABLE with giveaway when I tell you what it is. Let's go. Shankster. Let's go. Big congrats to Shankster right there. Shankster, reach out to D, and we will facilitate the Kid Arcade art piece for you. And thank you for coming by, Shankster. Always good to see you. Support
good to see you.
In the
Cousin
chat.
Panda.
Yes. Now, for the FANABLE giveaway, just a second here, D. Could you run the show really quick while I find something?
Yeah, so let me show real quick what let me share my screen so they can see what the one I'm talking about is. So the
You're
Kid
able to bring it
Arcade,
up yourself, right?
Yep. Got it right here.
Cool. All my
So this is the Kid Arcade Light Parade Valentine's Day piece. This is, he only made 200 of these. So this is, one of them is going to Shankster.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll get in touch with you on that. Yeah, congrats everybody that won so far. Shankster and VV Manager. And now we will see what Hinano has in store for the FANABLE giveaway.
Almost there.
He's almost there. Yes, it is a nice piece, right?
Sorry.
I'm sure you have one of them, Ronnie. You have like, I think almost all of them. All the light parades in your collection. Due to when Kid Arcade used to have his Sunday trivia. And yeah, it was always Ronnie, Atem, and Raven. Oh, and DDS. And Abdullah. Always vying for the first right answer on the trivia. Yes, he has a couple. Nice. So this one's going to Shankster. All right. Ooh, FANABLE giveaway. We got the base booster pack.
Hold on.
So let's see. Yeah, and please, whatever you end up getting, share with us on the timeline. Tag us, or just let us know. FANABLE, let's go. Yeah, Smart Buy. This one you can enter. Smart Buy, do you have any Kid Arcade NFTs? You probably do, right? I think I've seen you in his chat before.
All right.
Oh. And shout out to Arcade. I saw you earlier. You might be working too. Or maybe you're getting some what do you call it? Some Thai food or some pho for this pho day. Yeah, that was kind of lame.
Almost there, dude. Almost there.
No worries. I really enjoy the back and forth between Saloni and Majin.
Why is there some action going on? What's happening?
Yeah. No, they're always like I think it started from FANABLE Friday on Thursday, yesterday. They were entering the hashtag with an S, either with an S or without an S, and they needed to do the opposite. And I think they just copied and pasted the first person who spelled it wrong. And so it's like an ongoing thing where they're like, yeah, make sure you add an S at the end so they don't end up winning.
All right.
But this is very cool. I love scrolling through here and seeing everybody just chatting away. And I love how like I imagine Ronnie when he's typing stuff in the comments, like he has they do this a lot in Much Ado About Nothing. I think it's called soliloquies.
Right back.
When they're speaking out loud, like the audience can hear it, but the people in the movie technically don't hear the person talking. Is it called a soliloquy? I think it's a soliloquy. Let me know in the chats. What is fur food? Wait, what? What are we talking about? How did we get to fur food? Did I say something about fur food? Yep, that's it. Okay, it is a soliloquy. I think I learned that word in yeah, right. In English literature class in high school. Was it high school? Maybe it was middle school. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was in school.
All right, I'm ready.
What did you just call me? Yeah, soliloquy. That's what it is. When you're talking to yourself out loud, the audience can hear it, but not the people there with you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm not forgetting you, Smart Buy. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was Smart Buy. I didn't want to say the wrong name. Yes, Smart Buy, you have a hand in the whole Saloni, Majin, Smart Buy trio going on.
It's a triangle?
It's a triangle.
Oh, man. Anyway.
All right. You ready, Hinano? Or you still
I am, guys. I need you to write in the chat, MC style, cheers to the weekend. You need to keep writing this. I'm going to scroll up and down the chat the old-fashioned way.
Oh,
and I'm going to click one of these names, and whoever's name I land on will be the winner for this FANABLE giveaway. You guys have until the end of this song.
Ooh.
Guys, cheers to the weekend right now. Hashtag cheers to the weekend. I will shut my eyes and I will do the thing, the MC thing.
The thing, up and down and all around. Oh, what's up, Slops?
Sloppy!
It's okay. You're here. I know you're busy.
Ooh, look at that, D. Look at this. Isn't this all right here? Check that out. Keep spinning, guys.
I love that. Copy pasta. There you go. Get in there.
There you go.
Good
Coffee pasta.
burst. Speaking of pasta, that sounds good. But I have something else similar to pasta. It's a Filipino version.
Do you want to shut your eyes and do it instead?
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when, because when I scroll, let me see. Okay, I can scroll.
We'll give them one more minute. One more minute, guys. Keep entering. Keep entering.
Trying to see if there's anyone new that I saw. Oh, I see VV Manager in there. This is really cool music, like leading me into the weekend. Such a vibe. Nice and chill.
All right, guys. D is going to do it. Go ahead, D. Find our winner.
I'm going here. Okay.
Shut your eyes. Here, wait. Hold on.
This way?
We are going to put D front and center.
Oh, no. Okay, can I go?
Yeah.
Can I
Shut your
go?
eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm shutting my eyes.
You got to
looking
stay it. You
away.
got to go up and down.
I'm going up. I'm going down. And all around. I don't know if I've gone up too far. But here we go. Hope I don't end the end stream button. And this one.
Better not. Shankster!
Who's that?
Let's go, Shankster.
Oh!
He is a double winner tonight. And yes,
double
guys,
winner.
you can win twice. Let's go for Shankster,
Shankster!
right there. Shout out to Shankster. He is the winner of the FANABLE base kiosk pack right here. So shout out to you, Shankster. DMD your FANABLE username, and we will facilitate it with the community manager who is in the chats right now, guys. And shout out to FANABLE and Vivi for supplying the giveaways tonight, you guys. We really appreciate you guys for supporting the show, supporting our audience, and supporting us. Thank you so much, guys, and we really appreciate it. And that's the show, everyone. We really appreciate you guys for coming in and hanging out. Shout out to the online comic book guy for coming out and hanging out and just really giving us his first appearance on the program. We got to go know a little bit about him. He's been here for quite some time in the community, and it's good to see new old faces, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here, let me take the banner away. There we go.
I don't like this method. This is unfair. People enter multiple times. Well, that's what you do. You enter multiple times.
Yeah, this is an old school way that an old OG content creator used to do it on his channel, and so we're just bringing back the retro era. We don't do it all the time, but
yeah,
we had 3 giveaways, guys. You guys had 3 chances to win, and you guys already know. We'll probably do another one another time in the future, but thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us, you guys. D, close out the show.
Yeah, so just a side note, Ankh, now you know for the next time that this is one of the options for doing a giveaway, just so we're covered for next time. And you'll be more prepared. But he did show my face, and I was looking away, and I closed my eyes, and I have my glasses on, so technically I am partially blind. But anyway.
Yeah, so smart buy. I don't do duck races. I will not attempt a duck race. If it's my opinion, nobody can outschool Biggest Bro when it comes to announcing, and I am not going to do that. Bro, I know you're watching.
He's lurking behind the pillar at work.
Delete this method.
What he said. Oh. Anyways, thank you everybody for being here. Please have a wonderful and safe weekend.
Yeah.
Catch up on shows. I don't know if Lexi's still here. I think this week, tomorrow, she has a space, maybe. If she's not doing anything with her family, because it is also Valentine's Day tomorrow. So if you do celebrate it, happy Valentine's Day to you. Or if you don't, still happy Valentine's Day to you from us here, from your fam in Hawaii.
She has a space.
And she has a space. Okay, cool. Check it out. So it's at 12 p.m. PST. So go, check her out in Spaces.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, and just be safe, be kind to one another, and please support each other however and whenever you can. Until the next time, we will see you on Tuesday, maybe. Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday for sure. You'll see us.
Yeah, for sure on Tuesday. And then also, guys, the version of Neon Saber that you watch is not the 4K version. There's going to be a way for you, D. One day you're gonna tell that story while I keep saying that. They're coming for you, D. Anyway, yeah. So Neon Saber, I am going to release the 4K version, the way better looking version, because I had to compress this in order to play it on stream. So you watched it in 480p, unfortunately, and not even 720. I'm really sorry about that. But 7 minutes, it's really hard to compress 7 minutes on a StreamYard platform. So StreamYard gets better. But yeah, I will release the 4K version on YouTube, and if X allows me to do that, it will be on X as well. Thanks, guys, so much. We will be back on Tuesday with some surprises. We have some collabs coming up in the next 2 weeks. And we'll let you guys know more on who those collabs will be with Sunday when the schedule comes out.
Yes. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys. So take care. We love you guys. And until the next one. Aloha.
Bye.